Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. So I'm just sharing my latest journal with you today, and this is a repurposed book and it's called King George and His Queen, and it has a lovely deep blue cloth cover and was in very good condition. It measures 7.5 by 5 with a 1.25 inch spine. I also made a little one of these little accordion type envelopes, which I was inspired to make one of these from Liz the Paper Project, so I'll show you that at the end, and I'll leave a link to her video down below. So this book I've had for some time, and it's been one of those books that I've not really known what to do with it, and I must admit I did struggle with this book a little bit. So anyway, I think it hasn't got a copyright date in the front, so I presume it might be from the 1930s or 40s. So anyway, we'll show you the inside. So I did the hidden spine, and I've put lace headbands at the top and the bottom, and I've done some nice fabric tabs at the top, and this one has 3 signatures in it. I can't remember the page count, but that this will be listed in my Etsy, so I'll put all the details down below. So I've used some like linen type fabric to reinforce the spine, and we have some lovely wallpaper here that I got from a wallpaper sample book. This one I went with the sort of the deep blue cover, and I sort of followed that through on the inside of the book. So here we have an envelope which is from, I think, the 1960s, and I've just opened that up and used that as the first part of the signature. So I've just used a little Tim Holtz die cut there, and this was a letter that was posted to some from Ireland to Buckinghamshire in England. So we've got the vintage fabric tab up the top here, and then I just put another little piece of wallpaper here with a label, and there's just a couple of little tags in this. I'll list all the kits that I've used. I haven't really used a lot of kits again this time. This is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden though, that I've backed this with. And this was just some little note paper, a tiny little notebook that I found, and it just has a little girl with a bunch of flowers there. I don't know if you can see that on the video. And then this is just cut from a book. So that's just in the front pocket. And then we have an old postcard here, which I've added a piece of lace. I've put an old 1 penny stamp, postage stamp on the back, so you can journal on the back of that. I've used some tea-dyed scrapbook paper in here as well. I'm trying to use some of that up now. This page is from a William Morris scrapbook paper book. It has some lovely designs in it. Again, I will link that down below because I have a favourites list for Amazon, so you'll be able to click through and have a look at the book from that list. And then this was 2 pages, the title page from the original book, and this is one of the images. This is the royal wedding in 1923. And I've just stitched that across the top, so you've got an area under there for writing. So we've got an observer book page, tea-dyed paper. There's a label, that's from Nick the Booksmith. This paper comes from a very old French book that's from the 1800s, and it's a lovely thin paper. I've got an old map page here. This is from TLC Creates Vintage. That's her bird kit. Here I've altered a flashcard, and I've just cut a piece out from a magazine and put some brown packing paper on the back. I sort of really tried to repurpose things in this book, and this is just a printable. I think that might be from the old design shop. So then we have a little tag here that's been backed with some nice lace. That's a digital. This is some graph paper that I've tea dyed. It's a children's book page, and this is a German book page. And we have a little pocket here. Again, this is a Tetley Tea Bags playing card, which I've altered. So I've just done a little bit of collaging there, and this is just a fussy cut bird from a book. And stapled some more of that wallpaper onto there. And then we've got, I found some cards that I'd got from Tsunami Rose. They're all mostly of sort of vintage ladies. So I printed a few of them out and I've added them into the book. That's from my pizza pan. Then we have another postcard here, and this is the Queen and Prince Philip, and this is Prince Charles and Princess Anne with the corgis. So, and that's at Balmoral, which is up in Scotland. So it's the French book page. And then here I made a pocket, and this is all from collaging. I've put an old stamp there. This is from a piece of sewing pattern paper. This is from another page that I've scanned into my computer, and that's the post office and Nelson's Monument in London. And I've used some of my rub-ons there. That's another piece from a bird book. This is the back of the letter, which I love this because it has some original writing on there and a little sketch that somebody's done. So I just put a label on here, and then we have an old vintage playing card. Then the second signature, this is the dust jacket from the book, which is nice and thick. This is from I think it probably come from a magazine called Popular Handicrafts, and that's from 1955. It's a bit of stenciling I've done. This is some of my blue dyed paper. This is a page from a wartime military magazine called The Lioness. And it was aimed at women who were in the military. So you've got some really interesting advertising. Another little pocket, just a little bit of collaging, another rub-on, and then I just left that so that you could collage something else over the top there. So it's just a tea-dyed doily, and that's one of Tim Holtz's cards. Now this page in the centre is very, very old. I'm not sure where this actually came from, what book it actually came from. So I've washi taped that in to the middle there. And this is Ariel's Song. And in the middle I've washi taped again to just reinforce it. So, but it's a beautiful page, and it's a lovely colour. And you have another piece of it there. A little piece of lace. Bit of washi tape there. That's from a magazine. That's a Gold Crest, which I thought suited the book, as it's a book about royalty. And this is the other side of the Lioness magazine. It's a little bit of advertising. Then we've got, this is a piece of Artie Maze's, one of her freebie kits. We've got the tab at the top, and then this is just cut from a magazine. So I've left plenty of space for journaling and for collaging and gluing in. Yeah, this is the other side of the Popular Handicrafts and Practical Home Crafts magazine. That's April 1955. And on the other side, it shows you how to make, I think it shows you how to make an Easter bonnet. And then this is the back of the dust jacket from the book. And I thought this was very interesting because this is a 1 penny medal that was brought out to commemorate the coronation. And it gives the prices down here. It says the medal was 1 penny. And I think this might have been something that was aimed at children, that people would buy for children. Because it says all children in our great empire should be given a special medal. And these were issued by the National Sunday School Union, which 57 and 59 Ludgate Hill, London. So yeah, I thought that was a really nice, interesting piece of history there. So we've got a bit more tea-dyed scrapbook paper. This is from a book. I like this because it had the lovely blue china, so it went with the book cover. It's a little pockets. That's another Tsunami Rose image. This is another page from the Lioness magazine. So you've got some more advertising there. Bit of stenciling. It's another vintage French book page, and this is a book I think about coins, very old page I think. It's another page from TLC Creates Vintage. That's her bird kit. We've got a long tag here. And that's a bit more of Artie Maze's freebie kit, just some collaging. That's the other side of that Lioness magazine. And then this is a flap that you can store some papers in. So in here I've just included is that one more page? Yeah, is it one or two? No, yeah, 2 more pages from that vintage French book, which is from the 1800s. And then there's some little pages here from an Italian novel. And another very old German dictionary page. And that's the back with some more wallpaper. So then I'll just show you this little envelope. I really enjoyed making this. The paper I've used here is from Antique Papery, and I've just stamped a Tim Holtz stamp onto a piece of fabric. We've done the little closure, circle closure with the brad and some twine, and on the back just used a little piece of gold mesh fabric and a fussy cut butterfly. And then on the inside I used a paper bag to layer the on the inside of the envelope, and then I just used book pages to make the little accordion. You could also use paper bags if you wanted to, but I wanted to use up some book pages. So, and then just put a few little bits and pieces in. It's just a little envelope. We've got some little fussy cuts here. A couple more of the stamped, Tim Holtz stamped images. And then we just have a few little postage stamps that you can use to decorate your book. And then, oh, and then I did a couple of these which I didn't glue into the book, and these are just made from old book pages. They're actually from that Italian novel. So they're just little pockets that you can choose to glue them in if you want, or you can use them for in other journals. And then at the back just have a tag, and that's from a Tracy Fox kit. There we go. Okay, so I'll put all the links down below if you'd like to check this out on my Etsy shop. And thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye.